This was found in the mound, the Itoobah mound, and the color that's on them that's real dark was black walnut. But what had happened, they had cleaned it and cleaned it and cleaned it so that you can actually see the faces more clearer. But you can tell that they are sitting in what you will call yoga positions. The one that you will see on the left is the woman, and you can see her dress, and then you see the man, he's on the side, and you can tell, you can still see the black walnut paint they used to have. And then they have a picture over here where they show the ink, but at one time their whole bodies was covered with that. And when it was in the mound, they was laying like that. It was laying like that. Here you have disc, and if you looked at my other video that I did at the Cahokia, I showed about the ear disc that they put in their ears. They all had the ear disc. It was very common throughout Africa and also Asia. You know, also the below bed arrow, which some believe is a symbol derived from the spear thrower, or the atlatl, which is also a word used in Atlantis, atl, submerge, underwater, worn as a part of the headdress. So here you go. These are the bone and wood pens. They also use those type of pens for writing. He has some decorative beads. You got the Pythagorean, so-called Pythagorean or Hagar shells. Anytime you say Pythagoras, you got Hagar in there. Or the science of Hagar. Don't get it twisted. Hair buns that were part of the headdress. Right there. Those are hair buns. And the headdresses that they were wearing was turbans. Turbans. Islam has been practiced in America since 700 A.D. This is fragments and replicas of wooden mask. And those beads was for locks, dreadlocks. They called four-lock beads, for locks. They had locks in their hair. Here's a picture showing how they had their locks. Alright. Copper plate shows an eagle. Being, look for the shell pendant necklace, the wooden rattle, the billow bed arrow symbol, the ear disc, the mask, and the copper headdress ornaments. Alright. You can't really see this one, but there's a feather headdress there. It's a beautiful feather headdress, and the light's not on. Ooh. Alright. Body painting for ceremonies involved many symbols. Local mineral pigments were mixed on these stone platelets. This right here was ritual at Itoobah, involved specialized costumes and ceremonial weapons. Many other objects were thought to have supernatural powers and contributed to successful ceremonies. And as you can see, what is, when they say is ceremonial, You know, that means like if you go to church, that's a ceremony. You know, so what was what was their ceremonies based on? It was based on rituals. What was their rituals based on? It was based on their rights to do such things. You know, so
The film on the southeastern Indians will begin in about 2 minutes in the theater at the back of the museum. Please make your way to the
here's your
theater
pipes.
to see the movie. Thank you.
And you start seeing these same deities doing certain things. Decorative copper plate depicting 4 winds or directions, and also this is a labyrinth. Copper labyrinths. What was they using copper labyrinths for at the Mounds? That right there is also, anytime you see a copper labyrinth, that is technically just like you have laser disc, that is a laser disc made from copper. And they activated the Mounds to harness the electricity. Ask Nikola Tesla. Alright. Marine conch shells were traded from Florida. The black drink, a sacred emetic, was served in the bowls carved from them. Ornamental gorgets were also carved from some types of shell. This is a large-scale replica of a gorget, pronounced gorget. Gorgets were worn by Indians of the Mississippi period as an ornament suspended from necklaces and were made of shell, copper, bone, and stone. The gorgets were covered with designs symbolizing the religious beliefs of the Indians. The gorget displays the symbols of the serpent, forked-eyed cross, and circle. See if you can spot these symbols. A gorget with this same pattern was found in an infant burial on Creighton Island, Georgia. Gorgets as artifacts have been found in archaeological sites from Oklahoma to Florida and from the Gulf and the Great Coast. And Creighton Island, Georgia, you have to look, there's 1,000 mounds on that island. Okay. Serpent energy. Ritual leaders fought mock battles, acting out stories. Defensive works around Itoobah proved the possibility of war. Artifacts of early natives tell us about 2 activities that recognize the importance of war. Sculpture and gorget showing costume player ready to bowl. Now, I seen this one at Cahokia, and you know I already gave information on that. He had the disc earrings. He's holding the bowl, or the game disc bowl. You know, he's wearing the fez, and he's kneeling down. Also, these right here is called the Chunky Game, a ritual contest played in the plaza. A spear was thrown by one player where he fought another player. Chunky stone would stop. They found all of these, which these gorgets were worn as decorative necklaces. I have to give me a gorget because they got them for sale. Alright. This is a replica of ceremonial monolithic axe carved from soapstone. Soapstone. The axe, which was both a tool and a weapon, also played a part in rituals at Itoobah. These axes were carried by chiefs and priests as symbols of authority and ceremonies. Shell gorgets designed with chief priests. Ceremonial spatulate axe. Stone axes. Copper-covered axe. Copper axes with portions of preserved wood handles. Adults returning from hunt, women grinding corn with stone. You got a picture showing all the. Just look at their cribs. Everyday life at Itoobah, 1350 AD. Note clay-covered mounds, A, B, and C background. And that's what they say that, you know, Manly P. Hall debunks that. They says these are millions of years old. This right here is when a rotary quern turned flour seeps out from between the upper and lower stones, collecting the cloth beneath the lower stone is located. Well, upper is called the handstone. The querns were unknown to Native Americans before the appearance of the Moors. Put that shit on there. In circa 16th century, iron kilt or axe, the type made especially for Indian trade by the Spanish. That's some of the things that they traded. Circa 16th century, iron hilt or hand guard for a sword or dagger. These are things that was traded. Brass chain was found. Show it to you right there as a piece of it. And showing you about the lakes, the Mabila, the Atahatchee, the Talisi, the Itoobah, or the Etowah River is called Itoobah. Etowah means high tower to them, but it's called Itoobah. The Appalachee, the Kapachaqui, the Tau, T-O-A, the Ichisi, the Altamaha, the Acute, Kofaki, Hemahi, Kafetachikwi, Gakwili, Shwala, Wasila, Chiaha, and Costa. All of these are different rivers that they show here in Atlanta. Showing a legend right there, which is the truth. Artifact removed for conservation. And there it is, the copper plate with the patterns on. Same patterns I see at other mounds. Maybe depicting star and trade routes. That right there is 3 copper plates with sun circle design. Copper plate with cross circle design. Textile fabric fragments. Copper plate with open-eyed symbol. Strung shell beads. Copper pin. Carved pieces of turtle shell. Mica ornaments. Shell gorgets. String of smaller fine beads. Bone pin copper covered. Copper covered wooden pins and pegs. Mica fragments. Game stone. Small ceramic pots. Bowl with shell beads. Braiding stone made of gelana. Round tubular beads. Bird effigy from pottery vessel. 3 pairs of ear spools. Mica and turtle shell ornaments or adornments.